participants who have joined in today's webinar. And as you know, today we are Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra. He is with us. And it is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra, and who's taking this webinar on understanding ChatGPT excellence at the workplace. So, with the wealth of knowledge and expertise in the field of this ChatGPT, Dr. Dheeraj will guide us through the exercise of utilizing ChatGPT to enhance how we enhance our work performance through ChatGPT. So, before we move to the session, I'll give a brief introduction about Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra. So, Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra is being a wealth knowledge and experience in the field of Chat GPT also, and he is a PhD in education management, honoris cause, and white and yellow belt in Six Sigma. Dr. Malhotra is a renowned educational innovator and author also. His expertise spans areas such as Six Sigma in education, neuro-linguistic programming, total quality management in education, and many more. Okay. So, with a rich teaching career spanning over 2 decades, Dr. Malhotra has held significant leadership roles, serving as a former principal at STEAM institutions such as D Indian Public School, New Delhi, NPS International School, Guwahati. He has also been honored with prestigious awards, including the President of India's National Teacher Award and the Best Science Teacher State Award. And currently, he served as a principal Kumar Global School and also a TEDx speaker. He continued to inspire excellence in education through workshops, lectures, and innovative teaching methodologies. Furthermore, as a premium Udyam instructor, Dr. Malhotra has crafted over 450 courses, impacting more than 8 lakh students from 180 countries. So his commitment to education and online learning is truly commendable. And he's having his own website also, www.authordheerajmalhotra.com. So I will request all the participants who have joined today, you must reach at least once in this website, and you will learn many more new things from the this websites. So we are privileged to with our today's speaker, Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra. And sir, I will request to please take over the session. But first, I will request all the participants who have any question or query, you can just put in the chat box, and we'll take further after the session that questions. So, Dr. Dheeraj Malhotra, sir, I will request you to please take over the session, and we'll start the sessions today.
Okay, thank you very much, Renu ma'am. And thanks Lucknow Management Association for initiating this wonderful session for professionals. And I'm looking forward to a deep understanding of the usage of this platform, which is really, really being so fascinating globally. Well, friends, when we talk about a scenario which has been generated through Google, is like we can have anything that is www, which means whatever, whenever, wherever, is what is the essence of learning, which has been made possible through Google. And of course, now we have a substitute in the form of ChatGPT, which is a platform which even allows you to understand and initiate topics of your interest and as a part of your learning in a particular aspect of work culture. So I take this opportunity to initiate that task, and I'm sure by the end of this session, our participants will enhance their work culture through this very routine operation of executing this task with the very essence of ChatGPT. Friends, as we have been hearing over past 6 months about this particular topic and how and what and why about our work culture being enhanced, being deep rooted, or particularly, if I can use the word, kidnapped out of this particular software or a platform which is cloud based. And referring to that concept, there is an idea wherein we can be better with reference to how best I can be guided on platforms like these. Well, the idea is also to manipulate the task and reflect on the identity about how best I'm going to be utilizing this particular platform and initiating the task about how and what way should we be using or not, and what way should this be used in that particular notion. So I'll just take a minute to share my screen and reflect on the identity about this very narration. And of course, as the term suggests, ChatGPT is a platform which has been made available to all of us with one notion is that how best I'm going to be using it. But at the same time, the term ChatGPT is not just a possibility without the use of the word prompt engineering. And that word prompt engineering highlights the usage of this particular platform, how best I'm going to be using it, and how best I'm going to be utilizing the power it has in the very essence of being used. And henceforth, the idea here talks about the very reflection of how we are going to be defining that project. So I'll just try to understand that if the screen is clear to you. Renu ma'am, is the
Yes,
screen
sir.
clear?
Yes,
The
clear.
Okay, just a second. So in that format, my idea would be to make this understanding clear to you people with a very narration of how best this utilization is going to be done and how best we are going to be getting assisted out of this learning. So, understanding ChatGPT, as it says, ChatGPT is an advanced AI language chatbot. Now, chatbot is something like which helps you chatting in the form of as if you're talking to a human being, for example. You ask a question and it will process that request, and it provides a text response like the human language. Well, there are different versions available. Even in March 2023, when we talk about, we have ChatGPT 4 developed by OpenAI, which can also take images as input and give you the response about. There are platforms available where you can convert out of text to pictures, like you can write a child holding a flower. So that particular text will be converted into a picture of a child holding a flower. And every time you give, you get a different image. So that image is completely visualized out of your comment. So it is widely used to write things like marketing, essays for computers, coding, and of course, it scored 90th percentile in the stimulated bar exam. And above all, it could score 710 out of 800 in the SAT exam. And think of it as going for an exam after memorizing everything from the internet. Programmers can use it significantly to enhance their efficiency. Actually, it is impressive, no doubt, but it has limitations because it includes the knowledge cutoff in 2021 and potential biases present in the training data. It continues to evolve, raising complex ethical and societal uh, assignments like its misuse as a tool to create misinformation. Friends, the idea here is the screen is before you. You go to chat.openai.com and you log in or sign in. You can sign in by your Gmail ID and it starts working. This is the opening screen, which gets you a question: how can I help you? You can brainstorm names. For an orange cat, we are adopting, or for example, tell me a fun fact, explain airplane turbulence, design a database scheme, or write a code for a particular programming language, or write an essay or an email to anybody, or write a Facebook post on a particular topic. So this is what, at a glance, it is being used for, right? By default, you get to many options. And of course, there is a paid version also, which I'll discuss later. And this is how you can make use of this platform in the best of the possible ways. For example, uh, I ask a question, what are the factors which reflect on India's progress? So it gives this reply. And similarly, you can work on by writing more, or you can writing, explain the context, or in simple words, you can interact with this particular platform, the virtual platform, which is a cloud-based connect. So your data gets a part as a history, and of course, it can be defined the way you want. And then, of course, you can uh, download that particular data which appeared as a part of your communication. You can save it, you can share it, and then, of course, you can work on it as a part of a better understanding. Also, friends, when we discuss about this scenario, there is an idea which makes it clear about using this particular audio format. Okay. Now, when we talk about this scenario, as you discussed in as an observation through that video, the priority of things growing online is about time taken to reach 100 million users. Netflix took around 10 years, LinkedIn took around 8 years, Twitter could match it in 5 years, Gmail could do it in 5 years, Facebook could do it in 4.7 years, YouTube in 4 years, WhatsApp in 3 years, Instagram is 2.4 years, TikTok, which is banned in India, but otherwise it took 9 months. And ChatGPT, to the surprise of all, took only 2 months to cross 100 million users. So now you can understand the beauty of this particular platform, which allows as a part of a replacement to your pen and pencil and becomes a part to your imaginative power. And hence it becomes something like an add-on sense to your individuality about the usage. And what it excels as a chatbot that generates human-like responses in natural language. So that's the beauty. However, it can work for any language. If I say, write a speech for me for say a birthday party celebration of my brother in Hindi, it will give you instantly that reply. So this is trained up to September 21 and not be providing answers to a wide range of topics. Hence, it gives in the answer also that there may be some, flaw into it. But of course, in general learning, we just ignore that and try to get the best out of it. So, for example, it cannot tell you that the weather is like in London or in Lucknow right now. So other bots in some experimental mode, wherein your Alexa will tell you because that is connected instantly. We are not talking about it as a part of a framework or a competitor for chatbot, but for sure as a bot. And even today have their own unique selling proposition. There is an at par platforms like Google Bard, which is known for its ability to generate human like text and its ability to answer questions in a comprehensive and informative way in real time. Even Microsoft Bing allows real time information about trends and events, which helps to provide more up to date and relevant responses in this very prompt based output. Well, I showed you the initial screen, and this is how you can log in or sign in. If you don't have an account, of course, you can sign up. And to register, of course, you have to go to the website, OpenAI, and search for the chat GPT and enter your mail address. You will need to provide a phone number and wait for a confirmation code. At times, it even sends you on your mail, and that's how you enter the registration page. Upgrading to ChatGPT 4 is straightforward and it costs around 20 USD as an upgrade to Plus, and it allows better features. It's faster and will not make you, wait for responses. Otherwise, it even tells you at odd hours that you are in such and such queue for answering, and that's how you can help just by paying that particular amount to be among the prime users to, we call it, plus users. Its responses are distinguishable from its predecessors by a sleek black logo which comes out, and it has a cap for 25 messages every 3 hours, and it expects significantly lower caps as adjust to particular demand, and that's what the image we talk about and the response time. Well, understanding this with reference, here comes an add-on to understanding. Well, that was just a little add-on when we talk about the use of ChatGPT. It's like the way we have been using Google. It's an add-on to a particular topic based. It's like personal assistant or for creativity, for creative writing, for advice, and of course for coding and debugging programs. That's for the programmers. And this type of an advice also relates to understanding. Then of course we can ask for proposals. Write me a proposal for my guide in 120 words or 200 words for a particular thesis, and it will try to take data from the internet and explore it to the best to the productivity. And then, of course, it is used for personalization. What are some of the new movies I might like? So it gives you with a little input on that. For example, the prompt goes, "What are some of the movies that I might like?" And here are some of the movies probably like these. Looking forward, so you can try this and see what movies is recommended. List is recommended by for you, and that way the structure looks like this. Then, of course, for question answering, what is the capital of France? Legal research, like I'm a lawyer and I need to research a legal case. Can you help me? Well, it will guide you further to the complex, but for that reason, your prompt has to be effective. So while you're using ChatGPT, one thing you have to make use of is what analytics are you going to be defining in order to get the result, the productive result. And that's what we call it prompt engineering. Translation, of course, can you translate this sentence from English to Spanish? It will do it. Yeah. Response says, sure, the sentence I love you translates to this in Spanish. Then, of course, it acts like a chatbot. Can I talk to a chatbot about customer service? It helps you understanding the whole concept and also initiates how best we are going to be using that. So, as a professional landscape is reshaped by generative AI, it is crucial for knowledge workers to adapt, trying to imbibe the human centric skills such as creativity, empathy, and critical thinking. It will be of a paramount importance in an AI driven world about uh, when we talk about generative AI, which is again a part of learning in this very format. And when we talk about the inception of generative AI, the idea here is to make use of the system which describes the algorithms like that of ChatGPT itself about how it can be used to create new content, including audio, code, images, text, even simulations and videos. So recent breakthrough in the field has drastically changed the way we approach the content creation. And generative AI, which is just off late being defined and explored, falls under the broad category of machine learning and tries to explore the creativity about this engaging platform, which is the very GPT of ChatGPT, stands for the Generative Pertained Transformer, is receiving so much attention right now that, of course, being free chatbot platform, it is able to generate an answer to almost any question it is asked. So, as already shared about the identity, it was released just of late November 2022, and it's readily being considered as the best AI chatbot ever. So, knowledge workers need to hone their collaboration, problem solving, and of course, as the AI systems become more sophisticated, we need to focus on higher level of cognitive functions using these chatbots, which actually become a partner to our learning as highly effective utility being defined, and not to all, but for many. The use of prompt engineering comes to the narration of all, as I've been repeating since the beginning of this webinar, about the demand for prompt engineers is on the rise. This involves selecting and organizing information in a way that the AI can understand what to respond to and how. So, to become a prompt engineer, one typically needs a degree in computer science, data science, or a related field. But for sure, to learn prompt engineering, you don't need to be a degree holder, of course. This prompt engineering is somewhat like going to the bit level of the whole process. As a user, of course, learning about prompt engineering is so damn easy. You have to be effective user, and of course, a tool like Google will help you about how to be more effective in getting the learning. Friends, the idea is to understand the initiation, and this is how and what way the people are using ChatGPT. Well, this was just an idea. It's not a promotional video, but for sure, understanding about what the world is using this as a tool for excellence. And I'm very sure that the more you work on this, the more activating it will appear and explore. So understanding prompts is what I've been paying emphasis on while using ChatGPT, and that defines and explores about the meaning of prompt engineering, or how we are going to be using better prompt at the usage of ChatGPT. The idea here comes with perception, and that shall be probably a better way to explain prompt engineering. Well, friends, so that's me with a small short profile about this particular platform. And for more information, of course, you can go and buy online books which are displayed before you for more understanding. And this reflects on how best we are going to be utilizing this particular platform for excelling at our workplace, at our creative potentials, at our presentation skills, and looking forward to that segment. And I'll be happy to answer queries on the chat window if you can just type in any reference, and for sure we can look forward to a better explanation. So over to Renu ma'am for asking questions and making it possible.
If anybody want to ask any question regarding today's
Yeah, please.
subject,
What
so
upgrades
just
are available? ChatGPT. Yeah, Sunil ji. In ChatGPT 4, we are getting faster speed, and for sure, the presentation mode is better. You can have some better, background setting, and the data is shared of the same format. There is no spectrum into it. But when we talk about the plus model, it of course will have higher message caps on with browsing advanced data analysis. Then of course you can create and share the GPTs with your workplace. There is an additional feature of admin console for workplace management, and the team data gets excluded from training by default. So the features to upgrade is about browsing and creating and using GPTs. That system is not available because in simple free version, you only have unlimited messages, interactions, and history. And there's an access to GPT 3.5 model and access to web, iOS, and Android. But in this case, you have an access to GPT-4, the most capable model, as the company says, and you have the freedom to browse, create, and use the GPTs, which is also there in the earlier version. And you can share the GPTs with your workplace. So that's an add-on with additional tools like DAL-E, browsing, advanced data analysis. So you can even search more about it. Yeah, do we get events after ifs in version 4? I'm sorry. That particular data is not available as of now. So they are working on it, and most probably this will be in time to come.
My sir,
Okay.
Dheeraj sir, I'm having one question.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
Chat GTP is benefit or successful is from the point of students, from the school students. They
Well, students
students,
are utilizing it in a big way, and they are already getting fun out of it. And I'm sure it's 10x better, in fact 100x better than Google, because Google does not give specified answer. But here they can even get to like a prompt about guess 10 questions on physics on the topic electricity. So it will guess the 10 questions exactly comparative to last year question papers or maybe year back or something like that. So they get a ready reckoner as compared to Google, which is limited to the available data. But there they streamline it to the personal effect. So
mm,
that's why
what
children
I
are excited. Yeah.
yes, but what I feel ki earlier the suppose in school teachers giving some topic, you write some essay on the particular topic, so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
use their
yeah.
brain,
They use
they
their
think
brain, they
about
use
that,
their identity. Yes.
but
So even in that case, the children are given that productivity, that ready answer. But the children are also trying to go through it because there are uh, platforms wherein the teachers can get to know that it has been written through ChatGPT. So they have to refine it by themselves, and it is to the task to their understanding that getting it straight from the chat GPT I think the teachers are smart enough to get to know whether this is real them or this is through the digital device. So yes, you're right to that aspect, but of course the children are becoming increasingly smart towards taking data which is relevant to them, and then they're designing something on their own. So as a
Yes.
ready reckoner, they are taking use of that platform, but for sure they are also adding creativity to it.
Yeah, few students were there, but most of the students they enter the
Yes, so
keyword
that
because
happens
the
while
certificate,
on
they get
Googling
all the
also. That,
details about
yeah,
that.
very
That
true. That happens while on Googling also,
yes.
right? So, of course, it is, but as a part of learning, yes, it is coming up to a great level.
Okay, thank you. Any more
Okay?
questions you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask? Any
Okay, you can just put
anybody
in the
want to
chat
ask
window.
this question?
Otherwise,
You can unmute
okay,
yourself
so
and ask the question if anybody want to ask the question. Okay,
the
fine.
chat
I
window
think so.
itself.
Nobody is there.
Yeah.
So
Thank you very much.
I extend my sincere gratitude, Dr. Dheeraj sir, for
Thank you. Thank you
enlightening
so
us
much.
on the topic, this chat GPT, excellence at the workplace. So thank you, sir, for sharing a valuable insights and
My
knowledge on this
pleasure.
particular
My
topic.
pleasure.
So a very thank you, and thank you all the participants who have joined today.